Hey guys, well here's a car that we picked up just for parts at this point. It is a 86 Camaro. It's been ran, I believe, in 3 or 4 derbies now. It definitely has seen better life. And the rear end's pretty messed up, but the main damage is all up here in the front end. As you can see, the core support is pushed way up in there. I mean, quite honestly, the core support is pretty much non-existent at this point. It's supposed to be way out here. So, and the struts are also bent, tie rods are bent. It's just a lot of issues, so it's not really worth running again. But what I did was I bought it to put parts onto that Camaro over there. So I've actually already taken the wheels and tires that were on this and moved it over to the black Camaro. But let's just walk around it real quick. So engine, what is it? It's a 2.8 liter V6 carbureted, and so that's what's going to be dropping in into the black Camaro. You can see one issue that they had was that the engine rocked, and actually this side got pushed in so far the master cylinder went right into the header. So even though it's forward dump headers, you can see that, so they are forward dump, but it still wasn't enough. So I've actually already got an aftermarket pedal set up that we're going to just mount inside the car. And this again is all talking about what we're going to do to the black one when we remove some of these items. We're going to just run brakes just to the rear and get rid of the ones at the front, so that way really only stopping what we need to stop. And then I don't have to worry about that failure mode as well, which he lost brakes and just opened up a bunch of other issues. But the thing actually runs pretty good. It needs a little starter fluid at the moment to fire up, so we'll need to do some tuning and adjusting. I don't believe I'm going to get anything like that for this video, but it does run, and the car does actually move. It drove itself to where it sits right now, and we're just going to harvest a bunch of parts for it. This black Camaro over here has the T-tops as well, so we're going to steal all this metal. We'll re-put that up there. Again, just maybe do things a little bit different. I'm going to harvest some of the roll cage material out of here, but mostly to use in other places. The tubing I already have for the black one is a little bit heavier than this actually, but we'll harvest it out anyway. I will take the tank protector, slightly modify it, and then just reuse that in the black thing. And this bar here, not the prettiest looking thing, so I think I'm going to make my own and redo it. Obviously these welds are not the strongest looking, but they held. So, but anyways, I'm going to redo it because I'm going to be a little extra picky, but I got the materials to do it. So rear end in this thing, it appears to be just welded posi. It seems to be working okay. Bumper and the rear end's all pushed in real bad. It did have a pretty decent trunk area, honestly, based on how I've seen it run. So I'm going to take a little bit of feedback from how this thing bent so I can better do the black Camaro over there. But if nothing else, I picked this thing up just for parts. We're going to actually try to drive it into the shop here so we can start tearing it apart. Gut this thing, get everything we need off of it, and then haul it off to scrap, because at this point, you know, I could get this thing ready to run again. I really could, but I would spend so much time doing it. I could already have the black thing at least halfway built, if not maybe even farther, by the time I would to rebuild this thing. And you know, this car came with everything, even the kitchen sink. Now I've just been throwing some other scrap metal in here, so apologize for that. It's kind of covering up some of the inside, but just been sitting. Needs to get inside. It's been just covered, but at this point we're just going to try to get this thing fired up. We're going to drive it on into the shop and then go from there, and then exciting things will be in store for this Camaro next year. It's been like, what, 2-3 years now, guys, that this thing's been waiting. I think it's been waiting 2 years to be built, so it'll actually be 3 by the time the thing actually sees the track. But finally got some good pieces and parts. This motor has a cam and stuff in it too. I forgot to mention that. So it's a strong running motor. And with a little bit of tuning, I think the thing will be really good to go for us, and just excited to see what happens. So there you go, guys. A new purchase for All For Him Racing. Parts car that we are going to take what we need and then make that black Camaro over there ready to tear it up for next season. So there you go, and until the next video, we'll talk to you later, guys.